What's up, guys? It's KG Aquatics back with another video. In today's video, we're taking a trip to Upscale Aquatics, North Carolina, and we're going to be picking out some crayfish, and like the one in this tank, which I'll have a bubble over that so you can't see it, and so you'll have to stay tuned to the end of the video to see what we end up getting. And let's just say there are some amazing crayfish there, so stay tuned to see what we get. Alright, so in this cooler, my friend got a Snowden crayfish, a tricolor ghost, or a piebald ghost, and this is a fireball ghost, a zebra crayfish, and a apricot crayfish, and when I get home, I will show you them in their new tanks. Alright, so we're back, and as you saw, the crawfish we got in the car, and so this is the zebra crayfish. This is going to be its new home, and it's going to hopefully breed with my other zebra in that tank. And we're going to hopefully breed some zebra crayfish babies. As you can see, I've done some fine substrate that's designed for live plants. I have a few live plants. Crayfish do like eating live plants, but I thought they were good for them anyway, even if they do eat them and they look good for a little bit. And this is the tank I got for my feeder guppies. However, those guppies actually came in and were infected and had a disease and all died, so I sterilized the tank. And rather than using this nice tank on feeder guppies again, I got a smaller tank for the feeder guppies and decided I was going to get another zebra crayfish to breed them. My apricot crayfish is acclimating, is going to go into this tank. This tank is a little bare right now, but I'm going to aquascape it sometime this week. Add some rocks and some nice live plants like I did for the other one. But for now, this is going to be her home, and I'm going to put her in here momentarily. Alright, so they finished acclimating, and first I'm going to move the zebra into here. Alright, so here she is in the bag. We're getting her out right now and putting her in the tank. Alright, so here she goes. And come on, under the light. Wow. Look at that color of a crayfish. That just looks beautiful. And she's going to go try to find a hole to go hide in. And I actually did escape a hole right there. But for now, she's going to explore the tank, try to find a hole. Alright, so here she is. She's found her burrow and is pushing substrate out. And so this is crayfish 1 of 3 we got. And now let's move on to the next tank. Alright, so here's the apricot. There's a little bit of shell rot on one of the claws, but that's nothing I can't fix up. And so without any further ado, let's get her into her new tank. Wow, that's a colorful crayfish. This thing pops on the black substrate. So, if you didn't already know, this is not a big enough tank for a crayfish this size. This tank is only temporary until my fish down in that bottom tank, until they cure ick, then she will move in there and have a big tank to herself too. Alright, so for this tank right here, I did get a new fireball. And as you can see in here, there's the ghost that's in quarantine, but it just finished its quarantine. So I'm going to move along with crayfish, move her into a tank with another one that is finished quarantining, and move my fireball into there. Alright, so now finally it is my new fireball's turn to go into the tank. It looks like he broke the tip of his claw off at one point, probably fighting with another crayfish, but I'm going to put him in the tank right now and get him out of this bag. Alright, so I cleaned the tank out a little, and for him I'm just going to hand release him because I could not get him out of the bag and he got stuck in the end. So here he is in his new home. Oh my gosh, those colors pop. Just look at him. So this thing looks just like my other fireball, and I actually am in desperate need of male Pro-Canberra's Clarkie breeders, and when I saw him for sale, I could not resist it. So here he is in his slightly smaller temporary tank until I'm sure he has no diseases, parasites, or worms that could infect any other crayfish. So that's now him in his home. Alright, so it's the next day, and as you can see, my zebra in here is doing good, but she dug out this cave like crazy last night and did some rearranging, uprooted some plants, and she actually ate wafers I put in front of me, so she's already open to eating in front of me, where this zebra over here actually took about 2 weeks before she'd even eat, and this one already will just walk out of its burrow and eat. So I'm going to throw in some food right now. So I just dropped in the wafer, and as you can see, she's already perking up. She smells it. And I did say she because this is actually a female zebra crayfish, and my other zebra crayfish is also a female. So how on earth am I going to breed 2 females? I was talking to the people at the store, and apparently zebra crayfish are actually temperature dependent gendered, which means that depending on the temperature, their gender will actually change. So if I heat the water in this tank, this crayfish will become the male. If I cool the water in the other tank, it will become a female. And so that is what I'm going to do to make sure that I can actually breed these. There she goes. She did decide to eat. Alright, so as you can see, here's the apricot who's actually munching away on a wafer that I just threw in. And so she, I guess, is hungry and is doing great. And she is hiding behind the sponge filter and does not seem to have an interest in a PVC pipe yet. And as I mentioned earlier, she will be moving into another tank very soon. I just need to finish a few more rounds of ick treatment on some angelfish that got ick, and then she will move into a big tank just like all my other Cheraxes. Okay, so now on to my fireballs. Unfortunately, things are not looking good. Like, she doesn't move when I pick her up. Like, he's in like a coma or something. I'll put him down and he'll move it a little, but things just are not looking good for him, unfortunately. Alright, so he's just slowly beating his antenna a little. I don't know what's wrong with him. So this crayfish was actually, I forgot to mention this, not from Upscale Aquatics, and was from a different place, last place on our pet shop. And I really liked that store. I didn't film it for you, but it was just a quick run in, pick up this crayfish, get out. I don't know if it was them or not. I'm still not even sure what this is to begin with, but I don't know. Just please, if you have any suggestions on this, comment down below. It is a male, so it's not just laying eggs, and I don't see any signs of molting. So, yeah, just thought I'd give you the truth about what's actually happening with this guy. On a side note, I just thought I'd let you know that I did add some live plants and do a big clean out and sort of rescaped the fireballs tank. The one that, obviously, this is not the same fireball that is dying, but it is the one I got from Upscale Aquatics actually like 4 or 5 months back now, so he got an upgrade, and I really do love this crayfish, and I just thought I'd share with you that I did do some changes, and as you can see, he has been eating on some of the live plants, which was expected. I just put those in because it's actually good for them to eat live plants, and I thought I'd give that as an option to all my crayfish. So almost every crayfish tank I have now has some sort of live plant in it. So I just thought I'd give you an update on that. Alright, so this is obviously my blue moon crayfish I got from Fishy Business about a week and a half ago now, and I have some bad news. He has actually developed worm eggs, and I'm not sure if they're parasitic worms or not. Either way, I'm going to start trying to scrub them off with a toothbrush. If that doesn't work, I'm going to try some periodic salt baths, which can help ease and sometimes remove parasites. I looked at this thing top to bottom when I bought it. I did not see any sign of worm eggs or anything. I'm not sure how they got here, but I feel very hopeful. He's a healthy crayfish. I feel like he's strong, and I feel like I actually might have a good chance at getting these worm eggs and curing him and making sure he lives a good, healthy life. Alright, so that's going to be the end of today's video. Please, if you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe, and to comment down below if you have any ideas on what the heck is happening to my fireball crayfish. All my water parameters test perfect, and I'm just really confused right now. I've never seen anything like it. And so, until the next video, good luck keeping your fish and crayfish and pets, and see you in the next video.